What's going on, guys? Welcome to an ICO review edition of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman, and today I'll be reviewing Prontapay ICO, revolutionizing payments with invoice solutions for the blockchain era. Now, before we get started, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell to get all the new content as it becomes available here on Learn Crypto. Also, I've reached out to the lead developers and founders of Prontapay and let them know any comments or concerns I may have or the community may have after this presentation. They are more than welcome to come on the show and address those with an interview. Also, guys, ICOs are highly risky investment vehicles, so you need to do your own research as this is not financial advice. So let's get started over here on their website. Prontapay is the world's first smart legal invoice platform built on blockchain technology to help SMEs, or small, medium-sized enterprises, get paid on time, save money on transaction fees, and reward both invoice users and invoice payers at the same time while creating a more stable invoice ecosystem. As you can see here, guys, there's still 3 days and 6 hours left until the original pre-sale commences. The starting bonus level for the pre-sale is 100%. That means for every 1 Ethereum, you get 3,500 Propay coins, but with the bonus, you'll be earning 7,000 Propay coins. That comes out to about 6.5 cents. There is various bonus stages in which we'll talk about here shortly, and then the final ICO price is going to be roughly 13 cents. Obviously, this kind of depends on the fluctuations in price with Ethereum. Also, guys, if you just come over to their website, which I'll link in the comments section below along with their Twitter handle, if you just register to contribute, you are actually eligible for an airdrop from them. So they're kind of incentivizing the community and everybody, hey, just register, we'll give you an airdrop. If you like what you see after you do a little more research, then go ahead and make an investment in this ICO. Let's continue down here. Here's the little calculator that I was talking about. So currently 1 Ether gives you 7,000 total with a 100% bonus. Also, if you guys want a little more quick video on what they are trying to do here with their ecosystem, come over to their website. I think this is about a 1.5-minute video, but I'll spare your time for now. They do have some companies already on board. None of these really got my attention that much, but it is nice to see that some of these relevant companies, at least in the invoice space and billing space, are believing in this. They don't really talk about how much the partnership really occurs here, whether they're buying into the project, whether they say they'll try the project when it comes out. I'm sure they'll have more information on that available here shortly. So what is the problem that Prontapay is really trying to solve? You know, this is one of the first things I do when I look at these coins. The current invoice system that most companies use is flawed, slow, and expensive, with some payment providers charging up to 3.5% to facilitate a payment or a monthly fee with a fixed-term contract. It also leaves many gaps for late and defaulted payments, costing companies time and money trying to recover debts that are legally theirs in the first place. Some companies end up spending more than the invoice balance on legal costs and litigation, and in some extreme cases end up going out of business because of non-payment. That is very interesting, guys. This is a real-world situation. If you know any accountants that work in billing or invoicing, go ahead and ask them about how hard it is to sometimes collect all their debts when needed. So what are the advantages here with Prontapay that they are claiming? They are saying our smart legal invoice, or SLI, will be automatically debited from the customer's Ether wallet on the agreed date. This is going to be using smart contract functionality and technology to really be the core of this platform that they're creating. Due to the nature of cryptocurrency, the transaction will be lightning fast and cost a fraction of the price that traditional companies charge to facilitate payments. Every transaction that uses Prontapay incurs 1% transaction fee, which is far cheaper than its competitor's fee. Prontapay's solution is up to 66% cheaper than alternatives. The reason they have this up to 66% cheaper is they are only charging 1% versus the 3.5%, but users will have to pay the gas fee in order to transact on the Ethereum blockchain network. And as you guys know, the mempool for Ether goes up and down, so the price of those transactions will vary. After every successful invoice that is processed on the Prontapay platform, we will reward both business and customer with Propay coin to further incentivize the future of using Prontapay. So this Propay coin is actually the cryptocurrency that we'll be using on this platform. It will have various use cases and value propositions, including discounted invoicing rates, advanced accounting features, and promotions, just to name a few. This coin will also be built with the new ERC-223 protocol. This is a new upgraded version of ERC20 tokens that we are all so familiar with. The reason that this was created was to eliminate the problem of lost coins, allows developers to handle incoming tokens transfers, and saves energy by being one-step process transfer tokens on a contract. This will save gas from transaction fees like we were talking about, and also blockchain bloating that was created by CryptoKitties in the past. We'll go ahead and scroll down a little more. There's a little diagram here kind of explaining how the ecosystem does work and how it kind of creates a full encircled, encapsulated ecosystem, so everybody gets incentivized to keep using the new coin that they're creating and to use the Prontapay platform as well. As you can see, they're saying that their founders here in 2016 constantly observed businesses struggling or sinking due to late payments. Obviously, we'll get to their team here in a second, but they have some firsthand knowledge on this space, guys. In 2017, we all know that blockchain technology did boom, and products were trying to be implementing real-world solutions for real-world problems. That's kind of where they're going here. Now, they do have this kind of tiered structure right here, which kind of depends on how much money they are going to raise. They have a soft cap of $500,000. This is what they're saying they need really to get this organization, this platform going. And what I do like about it is their primary goal is only $15 million, guys. Now, when I've looked at other previous coins and how they ICO'd, ones that raised like Telegram $1 billion, I think that is way too much. I like seeing projects raise, between 15 to 30 million, even a $10 million range, I think is enough to get any starter project up and running and really fully incentivizes the developers and founders to keep working on the project in the future as they're not sitting on a massive pile of cash. So getting into the token dynamics here, there's going to be a total supply of 250 million tokens. So that's kind of average for the space. You're not in the billions, but you're not as rare as, say, Bitcoin with 21 million. The available supply is going to be 75 million. That is the initial available supply after ICO, I would assume. The soft cap, like I said, would be 500,000. Their primary target is only 15 million. So the 100% bonus is for the first 0 to 5 million tokens sold. There's a 40% bonus from 5 million to 25 million. A 25% bonus for 25 million to 50 million. And then a 10% bonus for 50 million to 75 million, like I said. What's also kind of cool is tokens will be allocated to accounts immediately, but will not be available for withdrawal until after the ICO stage. So they will be crediting your wallets with the ICO tokens immediately after your purchase, which is pretty cool because although you can't use it or trade it or do anything with it, it is kind of a nice security blanket to see the tokens there in the wallet. They also go on to talk about their token distribution here. So between, let's see what we got here. We take out the employees and let's take out the bounties and referral programs. They're actually giving up 43%. Did I do that math right? Yep, they're giving up 43% during the pre-ICO and ICO stage. 30% to the ICO, 10% for the bonuses that you guys can get at the various bonus stages, and then another 3% for the airdrops and promotions I was talking about just for signing up on their platform. So they're giving up a large percentage of their company here, and hopefully that can kind of create more of a decentralized ecosystem as far as investors are concerned. Among other features which are provided by any invoicing software, this project will be built on Ethereum platform, a blockchain most recognized for smart contracts. Furthermore, the use of blockchain technology adds value in terms of immutability, security, and provenance, so a business at any time can track its history of transactions. Let's go ahead. On the last thing I want to really dig into here is their team. The team seems to be pretty solid. Keith and Alexander here are the ones that have the business relations and the business background with the web and software design, and also working in the invoice and the billing space in the past. Over here we got the CFO, Daniela. She's an account specialist with over 10 years experience in all aspects of financial affairs, co-owner of a successful construction company. And we have Paul here. So the only thing that I do have to question about this team here is they seem to only have 2 developers currently, none of which I could find a ton of information on. If we do get an interview, this will be one of the questions I have. Paul here is a development and design guy, so I'm assuming he's going to be in charge of all the general user interface stuff that is going to be occurring. And then over here, I'm going to botch this name, but Gosh is actually going to be the lead developer as far as everything blockchain concerned, and really building this platform from the ground up and to make it usable for the everyday e-commerce use. Now, what I will say is these guys may be able to handle the workload. I'm not saying they can't, but as this thing gets bigger, as more companies get on board, I think they're going to have to expand their team to really solve any of the problems that arise in the day-to-day use of this, as these businesses can't just shut their doors if their invoicing platform is not working. One problem is with the current ICO construction. If you're from the United States, China, or Singapore, you cannot participate in their KYC and therefore cannot purchase Prontapay coins in the ICO phase. Also, while Prontapay does remove a third-party layer in the invoicing process, but if you're involved in cryptos for decentralization, this is not really the investment for you. It is very clear that there is going to have a centralized authority and a business model that will be utilizing the blockchain and smart contract technologies to provide a service. We kind of saw that they do have a 1% fee for every transaction. So although this is a pre-mined coin, some people may ask, hey, how are they going to have funding for the future? Well, every single invoice processed on their network, they charge a 1% fee. And I'm assuming that's going to be kind of like their treasury. Almost like Zencash has a 10% treasury, Zcash has a 20% treasury for their proof of work. I think this coin is going to be using that 1% fee as their treasury to continue progress on the project. Lastly, there's not many people talking about this project, and their community is pretty small considering the first round of funding is about to begin. This will be something to keep an eye on as the different bonus rounds start. Overall, Prontapay has the opportunity to solve a real-world problem in the billing and invoice industries. If Prontapay can create and build a functioning ecosystem using its Propay coins as further incentive for businesses to try the platform, they can revolutionize the way business is conducted in the contemporary world. Overall, guys, I think you just heard what my opinion is. I think it's a very interesting project. If you want a little more information, I am going to tag their website and Twitter in the comment section below.